exactly.
On Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it spelled out star or super or something.
Well, there was a star of... Like,
Yeah,
there were 5 special levels on Star Road.
And each level was a star on the big star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you beat it with the right ending, instead of going backwards, it opens up the path to the next one.
With the haunted houses and stuff?
Sure.
Well, some of them.
Well, that too. That's how you get to the Star Road in the first place.
Yeah.
But then, when you beat the Star Road level, if you beat it normally, you just go backwards. If you beat it with the secret exit, you go to the next one.
Okay.
And so eventually you get around to where you go up to the middle part, and you can go up on top of the little hill. You know how the hills have eyes? Mario's weird.
Well, you have eyes.
True. But
his name's Hill, by the way. Watching.
And then it goes up to the Star Road where it's like 2 roads, one on top of the other. You go all the way to the right, it goes off screen, you come back down on the left. And then when you finish that, it comes out at the beginning of the whole game. And it's like
what
fall
happens?
or something.
Oh, yeah, and you get to play through like the next season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Stupid. Like, it's... You play through all that just so the season will change?
Not just so it'll change, but hey, that's a great bonus.
Bragging rights?
That too.
It's like Mega Man. Like, oh, I got all the special features for Mega Man before I beat the game.
Somebody comes and plays on your SNES, and they see that everything's faulty, and they're like, what the hell is this? And you're like, oh, I see you haven't beat it yet. No, I beat Bowser. You haven't beat the game.
Bragging rights.
Exactly.
Oh, you think you beat the game because you beat Bowser? You think you stopped World War II because you killed Hitler? Let me tell you something about something, boy.
Something about something.
Yep. Like that time the Human Torch killed Hitler.
With the terrible threesome or whatever it was.
The Terrible Trio. The PSA comic about how Mr. Fantastic dies of colon cancer because he didn't get checked when he should have. And so the Thing has to go in and face his fears of...
He got checked when he shouldn't.
You know, prodding. Anyway, it's a great storyline. It's good healing. Kind of like that whole Spider-Man aid thing.
Oh, that was messy.
Ha!
Yeah. I don't even want to know about the logistics.
But, you know. Spider-Man was bitten by the bug and ended up with the AIDS, a.k.a. spider powers, which translates into a sticky situation all the time.
Is this back to your Spider-Man equals AIDS theory?
Yeah, I figured it'd be easier to explain it on a video than to tell every single person I ever meet all the time. Plus, it's good promotion for this YouTube channel.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay.
YouTube channel.
What's the YouTubes? My tubes are tied.
It's a series of tubes.
It is. It's a series of your tubes. Or used tubes. Anywho. And all of Spider-Man's villains are just reactions to the news.
To the news in the tubes?
To the news, no. To the news of the AIDS. And he's got his villains like Venom. Like, that's how he feels about it when he gets the black symbiote. But it's a poison and he tries to get rid of it, and then, you know, Carnage shows up and he has to deal with that.
And then Topher Grace gets involved somehow. I still don't see how that happened.
We'll edit that part out. We don't need to talk about that.
Then again, Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire played a great Peter Parker. He was just not the best Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Vice versa. What is his name? Andy Garfield?
Played a horrible everything. But, you know.
Played a great Eric.
True. Then again, What's-Her-Face was so much better once she became blonde, so, I don't know.
I really wish in that 70s show, Eric became Venom like halfway through season 3 or something.
You wish, or he did? Rewatch it, think about it.
I would have watched it if that happened.
Well, then watch it in the first place and think about it.
That explains Cheech and Chong.
It's only Chong.
They're like Sam and Dean when they get really old.
Did he ever have Cheech on there?
I don't know, man. What did I tell you about not watching it? That's what I did.
That you didn't not watch it?
That I did not.
You did not watch it.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, okay.
But I did not watch it.
Either way.
tomato padildo.
Exactly. Give or take.
Give.
I don't want.
So, that derailed really quick.
What doesn't?
There's more elaboration on the Spider-Man AIDS thing. I just have to think about it. Ask me later.
Or previously.
Facebook.com/TheRealTarotPuller or whatever. Selfless pitch.
Plug.
Yeah. Hey, when it comes to a good plug, I'm always shameless.
I don't even want to know.
Me neither.
Does that mean you give yourself roofies?
That I do feel kind of tired. No. That'd be silly.
Give yourself drugs. Wake up in some random person's bed. They don't know how you got there.
Boy, if I had a nickel. 6th grade was some crazy times.
You had nickels in 6th grade?
Yeah, back when I was in 6th grade, stuff cost a nickel.
What was that? They were going back and forth, talking about which one was older. And they're like, you know, back when I was a kid, we had boiled dirt for dinner. You
Who?
got to boil your dirt? You know,
Who?
just, I don't know. I can't remember. Just two guys going back and forth, like saying, "No, I'm older than you."
No, this water's cold.
Yeah, and deep too.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Me neither half the time.
I remember the old guys from All That, like Clavis and Mavis or something. Yeah, Clavis.
Pretty much Keenan and
Show's over, and then Mavis would be like, "All right, kicking."
Was it Keenan and Kel?
Yeah, it was Keenan and Kel.
That's why they got their own show.
True.
Because they were funny enough.
Keenan's still rocking it. I was at
Hey, he's on.
I was at CarMax today, and there was a guy on the CarMax poster on the, like it was the dude's screensaver or whatever. I was like, "Is that Keenan Thompson?" He's like, "No." I was like, "Man, it looks like Keenan Thompson." Working at CarMax and or Good Burger. Like, you know, back when he didn't have dreads, he was like the buzz.
Wait, who has dreads?
Keenan Thompson,
He has dreads?
doesn't he?
I don't know.
He had them. He
Oh,
probably
that's
shaved them
enough.
off because he's a grown ass man now. But he
When
had
I
he
saw
was
him, he was like
he had like the
15 years
super
old.
buzz. Then he had like dreads because him and Coolio and all of them decided that's what they would do.
That was back when what's her name? Amanda
Amanda Bynes
Bynes, yes.
was hot.
No, it's
just
back when
kidding,
she
she
was like
still
10
is.
years old.
Hmm.
Paints you in a bad light now, doesn't it?
How do I edit videos? This is weird, but that doesn't count as a thing I said.
I should probably be a little quieter so I don't wake up the kids.
Thank you for helping our case.
Don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about whoever watches this crap.
Politics and wicked cool medallions. No,
No. Just
Amanda show. Yeah.
I remember seeing that a few times.
It was pretty awesome.
Was it?
Yeah, I like the Ask Ashley, and then her greatest fan. Go to www.amandaplease.com, where you can see Amanda jump on a giant trampoline with a lobster, please.
I think you remember this too well.
I remember a lot of things too well, like church camp.
This one time at church camp?
Yeah. I'm just kidding. No blasphemy intended. Like our fans are going to be worried about that, but
Our fans.
somebody needs to start speaking in the third person for this channel.
Both of us.
You're not. You're living in the moment. YOLO. Yo Lizzle. You only live if zero zoo lease edges.
Makes about as much sense as the fact that you put Izzle in it anyway.
Yeah, that's, I tried, though.
Better than nothing, right?
It's like they always say, it's the thought that counts.
When are they right?
That's disheartening. When are they right about
The truth often is.
Anywho. So, if you were stranded, not on a desert island, I feel like that's a cliche question, but on a cruise ship where the engines died and you were on this huge cruise ship, and it turns out that cruise ship was actually involved in the plot of a TV show, which TV show would you want it to be? Boom, blew your mind. Like,
involved in, as in, is the main premise, or is related to the premise, or is
either
just
or,
like tangentially mentioned?
Like, would you want it to be in like Gilligan's Island?
Like this is the cruise ship that
Doctor Who?
hit Gilligan's boat and made it crash?
Depends. I'm just asking what show you
Or
want
a
it to be
cruise
tied
ship
into.
where the TARDIS landed on it and an episode happened there? Because that'd be pretty cool.
It's not going to be like that one idea we had that we're not going to mention to everyone that's listening to this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know.
No.
I'll tell you about it later. Anyway.
We'll talk later.
Indeed. This would be like...
That's the channel name, by the way.
In case you're watching this and don't know.
Didn't catch that.
We'll talk later, guys. We'll talk later. Always remember, we'll talk later.
Because most of these references...
If you meet me in life, half my stories, we'll talk later. We'll go in the closet or in that spare bedroom in your house and talk.
In the closet, Daryl?
As little as possible, man. I ain't got time for closet business. Strangely enough, that's where I keep my nice clothes, is in the closet.
That's where most people keep their clothes.
Nice clothes.
That's from...
Comfy clothes go just in the hamper, folded up like a
In the hamper?
like a slob pig.
Live out of your hamper?
Yeah.
Well, traveling would work well for you because of your suitcase.
You can take the boy out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of the boy.
I figured that's where you're going with that.
I just wasn't sure. You kind of looked stumped there.
As to why you would say that.
I'm a rough boy. Anybody like ZZ Top?
I like their beers.
Really? Couldn't tell.
I like some of their songs too.
Well, true.
Evidently, I don't like all of them. I never heard of that.
Rough Boy is a creepy song to sing at karaoke night, but otherwise not a bad song.
Then again, I don't really like slower songs, even like the Avenged slow songs.
You mean like anything from will.i.am? Or do you mean tempo-wise?
Either.
Little column A, little column B.
Pick one.
Do I have to?
It's valid either way.